Welcome to this video, guys. In this video I am going to explain what are the control flow which we have to follow in the server. Okay, the server which we create, I mean the API, I mean application server which as a developer we create. Okay, I have previously told in a client server architecture, this is the high level design. Client will send the request, server will process the request and give the response, right? uh, One more thing I just forgot that one. Before coming to our server, we call it as application server because our application will reside in it. Okay, so before coming to application server, they will add, I mean they means the network people will add either gateway, proxy or load balancer. What it will do, it will protect our application server from other side of the world. Okay, and will provide the load balancer which will distribute the load, which means we have a, let's suppose 10 servers, we get 1 million requests, then load balancer will distribute the load. Okay, these are networking concepts. I don't want to go deep in it, but I will go in deep how this application server, inside the application server, how would be the control flow and what are the things we have to check. Okay, the first one is cross origin resource sharing, which is meaning that client client is choosing which server I have to connect, right, by giving the IP address or domain, right? In the similar fashion, the server will allow the specific origins, specific domains, specific IP addresses to which it will allow. So that is what cross origin resource sharing, which means it particularly declare I will allow this many, you know, these IP addresses or these domains. Okay, these programming language, that like that it will arrange the origin specifically. Okay, and next is throttling or rate limiting, which indicates, let's suppose say we have a 10 million requests are coming per a second, then server will crash, right? Server has certain capacity, it can handle up to 100 requests per second, like that. I mean it has some capacity. Based on the server capacity we can set this limit. Okay, so how many requests we will take per second. Okay, that is what throttling and rate limiting. But most of the times this cross origin and throttle limiting, this DevOps guys will set in this this networking load balancer, proxy and gateway. They will set these things. Okay, but if they don't set, we can set these things in our code also, I mean in application server also we can set up. And after this one, we have to validate the input which is given by the client. Okay, so how many fields we are expecting as a server is expecting, but how many the client is giving. Okay, we have to validate those things. And then the specific constraints, let's suppose if you send in the password, it have the specific constraint, like it should have length of 8, one special character, one small case, like this. So specific constraints for each and every input field we have to check and validate. If the input validation is succeeded, then only we will process further. Okay, and then authentication means the client who is calling the server have to be existed in our system. We have to figure it out that this user is already existed in our system, so is authenticated. And after this one, authorization, which means the client is asking to do certain task or action, right? So we have, before doing the action, we have to validate, is this person is this person have the permission to do this task or not. You get my point, right? So you have to be in our system, and this person should have a permission to do certain task. Okay, that permission is nothing but authorization. Okay, okay, these are all the checks before going to the original business logic. Okay, once again I will repeat, we have to check cross origin, from which origin the client is coming from, and limiting, okay, how many requests we can take per second, and input validation, we have to validate the client input. After that we have to check authentication, is the person is existed or not in our system, and authorization, the person have the permission to do the task. And after this all checks are passed, then we come to the business logic. Okay, based upon our project and based upon whatever the requirement is are there, so we have to check the business logic. And based upon the business logic, either we have to connect to database or file system or third party, third party applications or third party APIs. Okay, this is, the flow which is inside our application server, and we have to follow this one to ensure the best security qualities. Okay, if somebody asks in interviews what is securities, so as a developer you have to tell all those things. Okay, thank you for listening, we'll meet in the next video.